They are mining your lifetime. A theory of memetic engineering and the remedy of function by Dr. Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander, PhD, clinical hypnotist, metaphysicist, martial artist, musician. 1. The question that started it. I wear chains. Industrial stainless steel. The kind you'd find in a hardware store, wrapped around both wrists, clipped around my waist as a belt, and hanging from my neck as a necklace. They're heavy. They clink when I move. And I can still jump, spin, climb, crawl, and flip like I did when I was 10 years old. People half my age stop me in public and ask, "How can I get like you?" The answer lives in understanding what's actually happening to human beings in the year 2026 and what I've spent my entire adult life building to counteract it. I earned my doctorate in metaphysical sciences from the University of Metaphysical Sciences after 17 years of study. I hold a diploma in clinical hypnotherapy from the Hypnosis Motivation Institute. I've studied martial arts for over 3 decades. I've played music, written poetry, composed albums, and performed. I've built platforms, Uniquilibrium, Hypnoathletics, World Reading Club, Demiphase, each one a laboratory for understanding how the human mind and body can operate at their highest potential. And what I've learned is this: we are being mined. Our attention, our time, our money, our relationships, our very sense of self, all of it is being extracted by a system so sophisticated that most people can't even see it operating. They just feel the residue, the anxiety, the emptiness, the creeping sense that something is wrong even when everything looks fine. This is the economic and technological reality of the attention economy. Until you understand its mechanics, you will continue to voluntarily hand over the only thing you actually own: your lifetime. I've written the academic papers. I've built the frameworks. I've tested the protocols on myself, on clients, in real-world conditions. This article delivers the blueprint for reclaiming what's yours. Let's begin. 2. The memetic engineering of human beings. In 2016, I moved to China. I stayed until 2021. During those years, I watched something happen that I hadn't noticed before because I wasn't looking, or because I was too consumed with grief over losing my wife, Flor Elizabeth Carrasco, in 2019. I started training with a young bodybuilder. She was disciplined, focused, strong. But when she posted on social media, Douyin primarily, and also WeChat, known as Weixin in China, almost every single photo was the same. The half twist, the phone held up, the rear angled toward the camera, the butt picture. 90% of her content, maybe more. I didn't think much of it at the time. Then I returned to the United States, and I noticed two things simultaneously. 1. Gambling had exploded. Online sports books, casino apps, constant commercials. An industry once heavily restricted had become normalized everywhere I looked. 2. I observed a wave of young women on social media posting versions of the same pose, the exact same angle, the exact same twist, the exact same butt picture I'd watched my Chinese training partner use years before. This convergence reveals memetic engineering in operation. The term fuses multiple concepts. Memetic derives from the Greek mimesis, imitation or mimicry. The T-1000 in Terminator 2 exemplifies this. Liquid metal capable of taking any form. Meme traces to Richard Dawkins' concept of an idea spreading like a virus through a population. Memetic engineering constitutes the deliberate construction and deployment of mind control technology. It employs hardware, software, and what I term socialware to install ideas, behaviors, and desires directly into the human psyche. The 3 layers of the hijack. Hardware. This physical infrastructure includes the smartphones in our pockets, the satellites overhead, the servers in windowless buildings, the fiber optic cables under oceans. It also encompasses the biological hardware, the human brain with its ancient wiring and predictable vulnerabilities. Software. This code layer comprises the algorithms, the interest graphs, the AI tracking every micro movement and optimizing in real time. Google Gemini, DeepSeek, Galaxy AI. The tools I use to create content operate through the same mechanisms engineered to capture attention. Socialware. This payload layer delivers once the hardware and software have you locked in. The slang, the fashion trends, the political opinions, the behavioral tics, the butt picture pose, all arrive through this channel. You receive them, then you perform them, believing they're your own. This describes the operating system of modern life. The reticular hijack. Inside your brainstem resides a bundle of nerves called the reticular activating system, RAS. This system filters the infinite stream of sensory information and flags what matters. You've experienced it directly. You buy a blue Hyundai Elantra, a specific shade of electric blue, and suddenly you see that exact car everywhere. The cars existed before. Your RAS now tags them as significant. This system evolved to help our ancestors spot ripe fruit and lurking predators. It functions brilliantly, and it has been hijacked. Social media algorithms operate as an artificial RAS. They track what you linger on, what you double tap, what you watch 3 times consecutively. Then they feed you more, because this pattern keeps your eyeballs on the screen. Gary Vaynerchuk calls this the interest graph. I term it the externalization of your attention. You have outsourced your RAS to a machine whose singular goal involves keeping you scrolling long enough to see the ads. The machine now predicts what will seize your attention, and it does so faster than your defenses can react. It knows the low-end triggers that work on 25% of people immediately. It layers in personalized programming once it has your data. It updates in real time, learning from every flicker of your iris. You are being scrolled. 3. The vampire economy. How they extract your life force. In 1776, Adam Smith published The Wealth of Nations. He defined wealth simply: the produce of the land and the labor of humankind. Under this definition, a person with a garden, clean water, and the skills to build shelter possesses wealth. Their labor connects directly to the produce they need. The loop closes. Modern systems exist to open that loop, to interpose themselves between your labor and the produce so they can extract a toll at every step. The dual extraction. Here's how it operates now. You spend 40, 50, 60 hours weekly working. That represents your time, your life. In exchange, you receive money, a symbolic representation of the value you created. Extraction 2. Your attention. Exhausted after work, you reach for your phone. You scroll. The algorithms feed you content engineered to manufacture inadequacy, anxiety, and desire. You observe what other people possess: the bodies, the clothes, the vacations, the relationships. The message arrives, implicitly and explicitly. You lack sufficiency. Extraction 3. Your money. That manufactured inadequacy offers a solution. Purchase. Buy the skincare routine. Buy the supplements. Buy the brand name sneakers. Buy the vacation. Buy the surgery. Every purchase siphons more of the money you earned with your time. Do you see the architecture? You trade your life for money. You trade your attention for programming that tells you you're insufficient. You trade your money for things promised to make you sufficient, but never do. You return to work. The loop continues. The extraction proceeds. This describes psychic vampirism. In folklore, vampires drain blood, the life force, to extend their own existence. In the modern world, the vampires constitute systems, corporations, platforms, algorithms. They drain your time so that a tiny fraction of humans at the apex can possess more time, more freedom, more life. The compound word carries meaning. Lifetime. When you pay attention, you literally pay with your life. 4. The vampire's accomplice. Form over function. The deepest incision of memetic engineering involves this. It convinces you that the solution to emptiness requires more consumption. Specifically, consumption of form. Here is the distinction. Form constitutes the outer layer, the brand logo, the makeup, the surgery, the car, the pose, the filtered photo, the follower count. Form represents what things look like. Function constitutes what things do, how your body moves, how you feel upon waking, what you can build, create, and sustain. Function represents what things are. The engineered message of our time elevates form above function. Looking healthy matters more than being healthy. Appearing successful matters more than creating value. The performance of life matters more than life itself. I've watched people destroy their bodies chasing an aesthetic that exists only in ads. Starvation diets, dangerous supplements, surgeries with life-altering risks, all to look a certain way, while feeling terrible, moving poorly, and dying young. I have watched people incur debt for a handbag bearing a logo. The bag's construction offers nothing superior. My Tumi bags, purchased at various times in different parts of the country, have lasted me decades because I buy for function. My Fjallraven Kanken backpacks, bought at Barnes & Noble years ago, serve the same purpose: durability, utility, reliability. They hold my books, my notebooks, my cross pens. They function. That others might see a logo and assign status to it says everything about their relationship to form and nothing about mine. Form. Always form. I have watched people spend hours curating a social media presence bearing no resemblance to their actual life. Staged photos, ghost-written captions, performed relationships. Then they wonder why loneliness persists amid likes. The outcome flows directly from memetic engineering. The goal involves keeping you focused on form because form offers infinite consumption. You can never possess enough. You can never achieve enough. A better angle, a newer product, a more advanced procedure always awaits. The chase never ends. And while you chase, you fail to reclaim your time. 5. The remedy. Function over form. People ask how I move the way I do at 49 years old. The answer resides in my entire adult practice of prioritizing function over form. I wear no name brand clothes to impress anyone. Any logo I wear arrives accidentally, or I cut it out. The shirts I design myself, World Reading Club, Uniquilibrium, Hypno Athletics, those I wear proudly because they represent something real. I practice martial arts for movement. I lift weights to help with my ability to climb, crawl, jump, and play like a child throughout my lifespan. I train so that at 90, I can still bend, still walk, still function. Great health is the truest of all wealth. I've articulated this principle since 2007 on exercisingyourmind.com. This foundation underlies almost everything I have built. When you prioritize function, several outcomes emerge. You cease caring what strangers think. Their opinions constitute form. Your capability constitutes function. 2. You cease purchasing what you don't need. Items serving no purpose, durability, utility, genuine joy, remain unacquired. 3. You increase movement. Movement feels good when you remain uninjured, uninflamed, unsedated by processed food and endless scrolling. 4. You reclaim time. Hours previously spent shopping, scrolling, and performing become available for creating, learning, and connecting. 5. You become magnetic. This paradox reveals itself. When you cease trying to attract people, genuine attractiveness emerges. Vitality proves undeniable. People gravitate toward those truly alive. 6. The three pillars: metaphysics, music, martial arts. Function over form provides the philosophy. Philosophy without practice yields mere words. For 30 years, I have organized my life around 3 interconnected practices, the 3 M's. 1. Metaphysics, the intellectual pillar. Metaphysics involves systematic inquiry into the nature of reality. What Aristotle explored as first philosophy or theology. The term metaphysics itself came from later editors who placed his writings on this subject after his work Physics, literally ta meta, ta physica, the things after the physics. My academic journey spanned 17 years and culminated in a PhD from the University of Metaphysical Sciences. I studied cosmology, consciousness, the intersection of quantum theory and perception. I developed frameworks including the eternality axiom, which posits that reality operates as fundamentally infinite and eternal, the Big Bang representing a threshold of perception. Metaphysics also provides intellectual self-defense. Understanding how ideas are constructed and transmitted renders you less vulnerable to socialware. You spot the memetic payload before installation. This drives my reading. This drives my writing. This drives my engagement with AI tools as creator, using dictation, transcription, and summarization workflows to transform spoken ideas into books, blogs, and audio dramas. Technology remains neutral. The question involves whether you use it or it uses you. 2. Music, the creative pillar. I have remained a musician my entire life. I play guitar. I sing. I compose. I produce. I have released albums under multiple pseudonyms. Music functions as the resonance of the self. Creation, whether music, poetry, painting, or dance, performs an action that resists extraction. You express what belongs uniquely to you. The algorithms cannot predict it. The platforms cannot monetize it meaningfully. It represents pure function, the output of a vital being. This drives my encouragement for everyone to discover a creative practice. Excellence matters less than doing it. Feeling what it means to bring something into existence that wasn't there before matters most. 3. Martial arts. The physical pillar. Martial arts concerns physical mastery. The body constitutes the hardware your mind runs on. Degraded hardware, sedentary, inflamed, weak, compromises the mind. Anxiety increases. Resilience decreases. The memetic engineers face an easier target. Martial arts, properly understood, offers a holistic system for maintaining and optimizing the hardware. It delivers strength. It delivers flexibility. It delivers coordination. It delivers the ability to fall without injury, climb without fear, play without self-consciousness. I practice capoeira. I lift. I move every single day. I train for life. The truth many resist accepting: you need not break down as you age. Most people do because they expect to. They conform to the cultural script equating aging with decay. They cease moving. They cease challenging themselves. They sit before screens and wonder why they feel dead inside. I'm 49. I possess greater strength, flexibility, and energy than I did at 20. Genetics play a smaller role than epigenetics. Practice determines outcomes. The synergy. These pillars operate interdependently. Metaphysics provides the framework for understanding your circumstances. Martial arts maintains your body's capacity to respond. Music offers outlet for expressing what you become. Together, they constitute a complete system of sovereignty. 7. The magnetic aesthetic. What happens when you stop faking? I spent most of this article explaining the problem. Allow me to demonstrate the result of the solution. I make no attempt to attract people. I often seek solitude. Yet, people gravitate toward me everywhere, in every country I have inhabited. Authentic vitality generates magnetism. When performance ceases, when pretense stops, when the effort to be someone else ends, people perceive it. They sense your reality, your embodiment of something, your energy, borrowed from neither caffeine nor validation, generated from within. This inverts the memetic trap. The trap instructs, buy this, wear that, pose like this, and then people will want you. The truth reveals, people want you when you cease wanting them to want you. When you occupy yourself fully with becoming the most capable, most creative, most alive version of yourself. I wear industrial chains because they feel heavy and durable, and I appreciate their sensation. Fashionability never factored. Most people find them puzzling, but they notice something. I move through the world differently. No shuffle, no drag, no visible weight of unfulfilled desire and unexpressed potential. I have reclaimed my time, and that reclamation manifests in everything I do. Eight, the call. Choose your own adventure. As a child, I read the Choose Your Own Adventure books. At critical moments, the book would ask, if you want to explore the cave, turn to page 42. If you want to return to the ship, turn to page 57. Life operates similarly. Most people have forgotten they hold the book. The memetic engineers desire your belief that the book reads you, that your choices remain predetermined, that the algorithm's suggested path offers your only route. They are mistaken. The hardware and software of the extraction economy exist. The socialware pervades. The forces arrayed against your sovereignty carry immense weight, but you retain power. You can choose function over form. You can choose to prioritize how you feel over how you look. You can choose to move your body until it feels alive. You can choose to create instead of consume. You can choose to read deeply, think clearly, and build a philosophy protecting you from socialware. You can choose to practice every single day the things making you more capable, more resilient, more you. This path offers no ease. The system designs difficulty into extraction. The extraction continues relentlessly. Yet, every moment spent on genuine function represents a moment reclaimed from the vampires. Great health is the truest of all wealth. Actual, functioning, vital health of mind, body, and spirit. This wealth resists extraction. This wealth compounds across a lifetime. This wealth renders you magnetic, sovereign, and free. The choice remains yours.